Hello and welcome to Sarah Kate Knits. Today's video is a project vlog where I'll be taking you step by step through the process of my very first test knit. This pattern in testing is the Maren top by Mia Emmarensia or Mia Strick Pin on Instagram, and I am so excited to be part of the test knitting process. Hello, quick Maren top test knit update. Last night I knit this swatch in Knitting for Olive Merino in the color pomegranate and 2 strands of Issair alpaca 1 in the color cayenne, and it is medium gauge, but the alpaca is too rustic on my neck, especially for a tank top. So I'm thinking that I'll just do 2 strands of the Knitting for Olive Merino and call it a day. But I have to knit a swatch for that first, of course, and check gauge, obviously. But yeah, update, this is the swatch. I'm gonna keep it because it is cute. But I don't know that I would ever use the alpaca. I think it might be too rustic for me regardless. So update on that. We'll update when I make the next swatch. Okay, hello, it is me, showered, makeup free, in my no face t-shirt on this lovely Sunday evening to talk about my Maren top progress. I reknit a swatch. This is the swatch I was intending on making. The 2 strands of Knitting for Olive Merino held double. It actually met gauge to a T. I realized that my old swatch was actually a little bit smaller than the intended gauge, and look at here, if I'm holding them up, you can see exactly what I was talking about. Let me just make this face the right direction. You can see exactly what I was talking about, where the alpaca was like dulling the color, where it's like a cooler red, and this is a much more bright orangey kind of red. This is what we're going for. So I'm going to proceed with the 2 strands of Knitting for Olive Merino, and I'm just gonna cast this on probably tonight. And my friends, we are going to lock in because I want to have this project vlog done in 2-ish weeks, which would mean having the test knit done in 2-ish weeks. I will update as I progress through this, but I think it's doable. I think it's doable. So we're gonna lock in. I'm gonna cast on now. Oh yeah, this was on the recommended 4.5mm needles, so we hit gauge, so approved to proceed. So I'm just gonna cast that on and update you with my experience. I'm doing another quick Maren top update tonight. This is the same night as the swatch. I'm doing another quick update before bed because I've gotten some rows in. She's looking like this. Let me spread it out. So this is pretty wide, which is nice. That's the intended fit, is the oversized look. I think that will look really nice. So I've got a couple rounds of that cable detail in. Looks really good. It's just a couple rounds of short rows, like 7-ish rows of short rows, just to round this top back part a bit. Yeah, this is the back panel, by the way. And then you start the cable. It's like it is a 8-row repeat for the cables, and then I'm doing this for 40 rows. So building out the back panel first. Looks really good. I am tired. It's a busy week at work. It is Tuesday evening. This is my update for the Maren top. So I've completed the part of the back panel before the connection at the underarm. So I've done the straight part clearly, and then you can see there's a couple repeats for increases for the armhole. So you can see it just increases over here after that edge cable. So same thing on both sides. And then after this section, I will pick up here at the top to start the top of the shoulder. I believe you start on the left side. So update on the Maren top. Here it is. Looks really good. The cables look really nice. Pretty impressed. Pretty excited about this. Hello, coming to you from my patio on this beautiful Friday night. It is not in pajamas. I'm proud to not be in pajamas this time. It's been a week, but I'm going to update you on my progress on my Maren top test knit. Okay. So this is it so far. I finished the parts of the back panel. I can't remember what I had done in the last update, but I finished the back panel before the connection under the underarms. So again, the like increases. Yeah, I talked about the increases. Whatever. I've done them all. Picked up 16 stitches on both shoulders. Doing the cable in the front now. This one. Yep. So gonna work the increases for the, I'm starting the increases for the armholes on the front now as well. So we are working the increases. This light makes it look so beautiful. This is pretty true to color, I would say, from what I can see. So cute. Oh my god, so cute. So yeah, just really enjoying this. In terms of test knitting, I don't have a lot of notes. Like, this is the first time I've done a test knit, and I feel like the pattern is concise enough that you don't feel like they're over explaining, because there's a lot of patterns that like just over explain things, and it doesn't really make anything more clear. But yeah, I don't have a lot of notes in terms of the test knit. I really, the only one that I had was that at the beginning she specifies different bust measurements that the sizes are for, and she didn't really specify whether it was, if that circumference in centimeters was the end size, or if that was the bust measurement it was designed for. Turns out it was the bust measurement it was designed for. I just messaged her and figured that out. So that's the only edit I've made so far. Otherwise, this is pretty straightforward, like, or at least the pattern is pretty straightforward and concise, and the cable repeat is really easy to just kind of like memorize. So I'm really enjoying this. This is just the right amount of cabling. It's not like my Minto tee that's giving me pain. This is very comfortable cabling. So whoop. So that's the update. I will come back to you later. Yeah, really enjoying this. This is my current yarn stash situation. It's a pretty good one, honestly. It's not bad, but it's time to make my own little at-home yarn store. So let's organize. All right, here we are with an update from my newly created yarn store corner. I just wanted to do another update on the test knit, and another little tangent, I suppose. I finished my Lita bag. It's so cute. This is a design by Pearl by Ray on Instagram. It just dropped this last Friday. It's Monday now, it's Labor Day, so I'm off today, yay! But yeah, I knit up this little, this is the size, oh, okay, my cable needle's sticking out. I guess that's a downside of having a knit bag. But the other downside is that it is like mohair, so it's fuzzy and it's kind of like fuzzing on everything. But I'm thinking that it'll just kind of like fuzz itself out and it'll stop over time, but we'll see. But yeah, I got this on Friday. I downloaded the pattern on Friday, bought it on Friday when it came out, and just went to town. This is the size medium. There's 4 sizes. I did not knit it as long as she specifies because I kind of like the short and stout look. But yeah, this is my new project bag that I'm holding my Maren top in, so that's really exciting. It's just so cute. Look at my little lover swans. I used, let's see, hedgehog fiber sock yarn in the color Love Letter with some hobby mohair that I had left over. Same thing I used for the Ribka pouch, that's the same mohair. And then this bottom part is like mohair that I got from someone off of Etsy. It's kind of multicolor and purplish, but I was running out of the blue, so I decided to like make it look like the water is a different color. So I'm kind of into that. I don't know, I think it's cute. Anyways, Maren top. So I finally finished the first 2 balls of the knitting for Olive Merino, but here we are. We're in the round. Armpits. So I'm just gonna be doing this. So it's the cable repeat with just knitting rounds in between, obviously, because we're in the round and it's stockinette. So it is, I do have to like refer to my stitch marker for which row I'm on every time, because I used to keep track of like when I needed to do the next cable repeat by like how many right and wrong sides I've done, like how many knit and purl sides I had done. So now I just have to like really keep track of the row 1 and the row 5, but it's, other than that, it's really easy. The cables look so good. I know I just keep doing this. I just keep going, the cables look so good, but really, really, really happy with it. And it's like so continuous from the back to the front. Here's the shoulder connection. You can see where it connects to the shoulder, but I love the idea. Like, I really do love the idea that she had. It almost looks like I lined it up better on this side. So yeah, I love this idea. The continuousness is so lovely. I'll put a little try on video of where it's hitting right now. So all that's left really is to keep doing this in the round, get to whatever preferred length, and then you do the ribbing and you continue the cables through the ribbing. So the cables will go all the way from top to bottom. No, it doesn't, it only ends when the top ends. So it's like within the ribbing. So I think that's also really unique. I haven't seen anything like that before, so I'm excited to try that out. And then, you know, there's neckline detail, which I think is folded over ribbing, and then armhole detail, which I don't, again, I don't really read through the patterns all the way. I just read through them like while I'm working on them, so I'm not exactly sure what the armhole situation is, but I will update you when I get to that. So yeah, I'd say I'm about halfway done. It's looking like half a shirt, and then just, oh my god, little drawstrings, stop. It's so cute. My little lover swans. Okay, well, yeah, Lita bag, highly recommend. That's my update for now. I will talk to you in a bit. welcome to the end of the video. The top is done. As you saw in the little montage of my try-ons, I did a pre-blocking try-on and a post-blocking try-on. And it grew a lot, but here she is. It's looking so beautiful. The stitch definition is really amazing. I'm so glad that I have gotten to use the Knitting for Olive Merino now. This is held double in the color pomegranate. Just lovely stitch definition. I'm so impressed. And you notice it while you're knitting with it too. Like, it was really a joy to work with in terms of stitch definition. So really good for the cables in this project. So this is my finished Maren top. This was a test knit for a designer that I found on Instagram. Her name is Mia Emmarensia. I linked her Instagram in the beginning, but I'll also link it again just so you can take a look at her designs. This is not her first design, but I do think it will be the first that's posted on Ravelry, so keep an eye out for that. She told me that she plans to release the pattern around late October on Ravelry, so keep an eye out for your preppy fall knitting plans, because what a little preppy top. It's so cute. Just to give the specs on this pattern, it uses about 6 balls of Knitting for Olive Merino. Mine used a little bit less. I used 4 full balls, and then I have 2 of these, like 2, I'd say 3/4 balls. I'll have to weigh these, and I'll put the grams that I have on the screen here somewhere, just to show you accurately how much yarn I use to make a size 2. So it's a pretty standard like DK weight yardage, considering that it's a tank top too. It's pretty standard. This pattern is knit up on 4.5, 4, and 3mm needles. It's 4.5mm needles for the main body and the cables. The ribbing down at the bottom is the 4mm needles, and then the neckline and armhole details are all done in 3mm needles to get that really clean, polished look. This is one of the most androgynous patterns I've ever knit. It's super boxy, and it's not really fitted at all. And I do think that for me, it kind of looks like a pullover. Like, it looks like a collegiate, preppy, like sweater vest where you'll put like a collared white shirt underneath it, or even just like a white long sleeve. I'm really into Skims. I'm kind of interested in getting some of their like long sleeve tops to put underneath this, like a white one or a black one to wear with jeans or dress pants. I just feel like it'll look really good over something. I'll put the try on video in. You can see how it looks like as a tank top with the black skirt that I try on a lot of my other projects with. But yeah, I like it alone as well. I just feel like the collegiate, like almost Gilmore Girls, like Northeastern, I don't know, I just keep saying collegiate, but like preppy vibe is what I'm getting from this, which is not something I have a lot of. I really go for dainty. I usually go for like soft and drapey, or like silky. You've seen my silk blouse, or like color work, like florals. And this is like kind of a bold statement. Like this neckline, my partner said it reminded him of Janet Leigh. She's the actress in Psycho, and I kind of can't get that out of my head. It's like the structured collar. It does something. It has such a timeless fit. It's really kind of old-fashioned in the way of how it's so structured and like it shapes around the body. I'm usually making things that shape to the body, but this one really like creates boundaries for the body. Help me, fashion people. I gotta be a fan painting. I don't know fashion words, but you know what I mean. It creates a structure or an outline around the body, and I think that that's really interesting. Some details of note, and I think I mentioned this in the vlog portion of this project vlog, but the continuation of the cables, how you knit the whole body, you knit the cable all the way through the ribbing all the way to the bottom, and then you pick up and you knit the neckband, and again, more cable repeats, just to make that really fluid, continuous look. I'm obsessed. I think that it's such an amazing idea. I've never seen it before. I'm sure that it's been done because it's hard to make something that's 100% original, but it is so lovely. And like just the shoulders, now that it's blocked, it's really seamless. Hold it up like this where you can see the continuation from back to front in the cable repeat. it's just really classy. It's really bold. I like how bold this is. Just in the sheer design elements. So that's really props to Mia. It's really cool. I really like this pattern. This also was a very quick knit. I was locked in and I was not working on my other projects as much, but you did see I made the whole Lita bag, another tangent in the middle of this project, and I was still able to finish this project in almost a week. I cast this on a Sunday, and then I finished it not that next Monday, but the following. So it really was almost a week for me to finish it. I mean, I blocked it yesterday, so technically it was a week because I got it off the needles by the following Sunday. So week knit, ladies and gents. This is kind of a fast one. That's always fun. That's always fun. You can knit your transitional pullover sweater vest, beautiful fall piece within a week. So yeah, be on the lookout in October. I feel like this is a really versatile piece. As you can see, it can be worn without an undershirt, with an undershirt, jeans, skirts, etc. Ultimately, this was a great experience in terms of being a test knitter. There wasn't a lot of edits to make, like I mentioned. There was a couple like things that needed a little bit more clarity potentially, but not really much. I loved being a test knitter. I would absolutely do it again. I'm excited for more in the future. It's really a fun process. It kind of reminds me, it's a more organized form of like critique. Like in art school, we would do critique where that was part of the class, is you bring in your stuff and free reign from other artists. And it's something really special to be able to collaborate with someone on their pattern and feel like I'm part of the process in a small, teeny way. And then ultimately, I have a copy of it. So it's even better because I get to make something too, but I also get to be part of someone else's making, someone else's ideation, someone else's editing process. I really enjoy editing anyways. Like I have the right, I'm pretty type A, so I have the right personality for editing and, detail oriented work. So yeah, now that I've done the knit, there aren't really any like numeric problems or structural problems. I'm just gonna do one more sweep, look at some of the wording and see if anything else needs cleaning up, but otherwise it was pretty much ready to go. So yeah, I loved being a test knitter. I would love to do it again. It really was a fun experience. That is all I have for you today. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for entrusting me with your time. I hope you enjoyed this more vloggy style video. I know I've only posted proper knitting podcasts where I sit on the couch and I don't move, but I'm really excited to be exploring a more cinematic kind of approach. I don't know, but cinematic sounds kind of ridiculous, but I guess it is cinematic. It's a little more narrative, I suppose. I'm hoping to do more of this in the future. It's very fun for me. I think it's really dynamic and interesting, and there's a way to like, knitting is part of, it's woven into our daily life, and I think that there's a way that, YouTube videos can reflect that. So I'm just excited about this. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you're working on in terms of transitional knits. I feel like the Maren top is a really transitional knit. It can be worn in the cooler weather with an undershirt, or it can be worn just by itself in that little in-between period where it's not so cold yet. So let me know what you're working on. And until next time, happy knitting.